Good job.
With the season approaching its final stretch, a manager calls for heightened focus from his players.
Now on your home for minor league baseball. MLB The Show has coverage from the AAA Pacific Coast League. Tonight it's Game 3 of this 4-game set between the Iowa Cubs and the Memphis Redbirds. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Darren James, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Coming to the plate now, Mike Freeman, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Fellas, are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game. They scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
And there's your first out of the inning. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
And that's in there for strike 1. James isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
You're grinding so hard at the plate right there, expecting something on the corners, and what happens? Change up, middle cut. Your eyes light up, but you're just not able to barrel it up.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Swinging a ground ball to third, and this will stay inside the third base bag. A fair ball. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Stepping in now, Micah Welch, as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw gets him 2 down. Stepping up now, Mitch Logan comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. From the stretch, takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Perez at third with 2 away. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Working for the punch out and the offering. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Moving under it, Broussard. And that ends the inning. So they're able to get the runner to third in the opening half inning, but can't bring him around. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Now batting, Mark Zagunis. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Here comes the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. High pop-up. Mejia is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Ready now, Thomas Hartman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt.
Sometimes you just got to laugh at yourself. Hitting's the hardest thing to do in all of sport. You take an ugly swing like that, take a deep breath, step out, smile about it, and get back in that box and try and do damage.
Fastball called for strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Up around the face.
2 strikes.
Ball 3. 3-2 now.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Hartman leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2. The 1-2 misses, ball 2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Memphis is out on top, 1-0. The pitcher, Darren James, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. First pitch on its way, and that one just missed outside. And the changeup is way low that time.
Can't allow yourself to lose focus right here with the pitcher up. Got to stay on the attack. Minimize pitches against these guys and put them away early.
Take sign must have been on there because that's right down the middle. Strike one. Runners on first with one down. Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Warren Vina. 9-1-2 due up.
Warren Vina. Straight up, straight up.
Webster will back up and put this one away just past the dugout for the first out. Striding into the box, Mike Freeman 0 for 1 after a pop out in foul territory his first time through. First pitch coming, here it is. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Broussard waits on it. 2 down. Stepping in, Luis Perez. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at bat with another big hit right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Wind up and the 0-1. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called to strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking the zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
Fouled away. Fly ball out to straightaway center. Larson has a beat on it, and that retires the side. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. The Redbirds lead it 1-0. Leading off the inning, Micah Welch, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Micah Welch.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Welch makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side. Broussard is after it. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mitch Logan. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Logan.
Here comes the first pitch.
One.
Shot down the first baseline. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Dan, that can't bother you too much as a pitcher. Guy swinging first pitch.
Now, one of the things you want to do, D-Rose, you have to try to get ahead with the first pitch. You want to throw one of the first two pitches for strikes. Unfortunately, sometimes when you bring the ball in the strike zone, you're bound to give up some base hits, but hopefully he can minimize the damage here.
Standing in now, Mark Zagunis. This will go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 0-1, here it comes. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. He doesn't have a big fastball, but he was able to get that pitch by him.
And, Matt, that's 100% a result of setting up with the off-speed pitches before. If you're not a hard thrower, you could still have some success, but you have to learn how to mix speeds and set everything up. That was a nice job right there.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. Logan, base runner at first with 1 out. To first, fielded cleanly. The second for 1. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. 1 hit's all they get. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Memphis is out on top, 1-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adrian Sanchez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Adrian Sanchez.
First offering on its way. And a ball 1-0. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Munoz moves over, makes the play, 1 away. Now at the plate, Thomas Hartman. He drew a walk his first time up. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Lays off 2-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Hartman is retired, 2 down now.
Good job of getting him to chase the ball in the dirt right there. Hey, also credit the catcher for keeping it close and finishing it off with a good throw to first. That's harder than it looks, but big league catchers make it look easy sometimes.
Into the box, Carlton Navarro. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Hit down the third base line. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Redbirds lead it 1-0. So digging in now, Darren James. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
First pitch on its way. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance to swing it. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. The 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So the pitcher reaches base to start the inning. That means they'll flip the lineup card with a man aboard and nobody out.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options for whether or not he wants to pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bernardo Munoz. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Welch moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Ready for another shot now, Alex Mejia. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Alex Mejia.
Popped him up. Freeman into shallow center, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in, Antoine Webster. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now a snap move over to first, and he'll dive back in. The 1-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Welch is there, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. 5 innings complete. Memphis is out on top, 1-0. Byron Bond will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Byron Bond.
Drilled to first. Song comes up with it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. And the next batter will be Mike Freeman. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Mike Freeman.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Now in the box, Luis Perez.
The left fielder, number 30, Luis Perez.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sharp ground ball to third. One there. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. The three of us return with more Wednesday night baseball after this. So stepping in, Darren James. He singled his last time up.
James.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
The 3-0 is in there for strike 1.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
Set. Here's the 3-1. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Man, when you're trailing, you hate to give up any runs, but walking one in is especially painful. Now the lead is extended, and a base hit could blow the lid right off this thing.
Now to the plate, Bernardo Munoz. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Larson at third, Pena at second, James at first, 2 out in the inning. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score. Now at the plate, Alex Mejia, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. The 2-2 is a swing and a high pop-up. Sanchez moving to his left, and that retires the side. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We're through 6 full. The Redbirds lead it 3-0. Stepping into the box, Micah Welch. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 1-0. Chopped weakly to the left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7. Digging in the switch hitter, Mitch Logan. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. So striding in, Mark Segunas. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Munoz is there. And that's the 3rd out. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Memphis is out on top 3-0. At the plate, Darren James. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
He's set. Here it comes. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
And that'll miss up and in ball 2. Larson over at second. Pena on at first with 2 down. 3-0 now.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. A changeup over the inside corner.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Welch is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 8th inning coming up. The Redbirds lead it 5-0. Settling in now, Adrian Sanchez. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Larson is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Ready for another chance. Thomas Hartman. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Hartman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Wow, great pitch right there, right? Changing speeds. How about that straight changeup? How about that swing? Howdy, if you're waving at me.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. So coming to the plate, Carlton Navarro. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Here's the first pitch to him. Changeup in for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So at the very least, that 2-out base hit will prevent the pitcher spot from leading off the next inning.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
And that misses for ball 1. Comes in with an average of 265. 4 home runs and 43 RBIs. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
This one's down to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Memphis is out on top, 5-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Mike Freeman. He's working thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Objective number one right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
A 1 pitch on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. Hit down the line at first. Oh, and he whips on it as it's by him at first. He'll get it into second. And he'll get in there safely.
And he obviously didn't let last night's hitless outing get to his head too much, because that's his second hit of the ball game. This one a double. I'm sure he's feeling a lot better about the way he's going right now.
First pitch on its way. Oh, and he straightens him up with a fastball that time. It's ball 1.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
The 1-0. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball. Three and 0 now. Micah Welch waits on deck. Freeman stands at second with no outs. 3-1. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Here comes the manager out of the first base dugout heading for the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. John Brebbia comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Save number 33 on the season for him, matching my career best for a season. The difference is he still has a chance to notch number 34. Another nice outing from him.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. The Memphis Redbirds jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Darren James takes the win on the mound, his second of the year, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line.